he is not like Junior in any way. He's pretty, he's a chunky guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not sure if this is the Greninja that just upset Yanni.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I know that Anarchy is really good, and that would make sense from a matchup standpoint, and that is the case. In fact, Anarchy did earlier get a 2-1 victory over Yanni, so really big opportunity to make a deep run here now.
Yeah, no, he took his seed essentially, so he's basically playing with Yanni's money. But can he keep up with Bran, who already has a lead of dealing 91% and just basically pushing Anarchy into the corner?
Yeah, we talk about how this is Anarchy's time to shine, right? Taking over Yanni's seed. Bran could do the exact same thing. Looking at this and saying, oh, no, Minecraft Steve, no problem. Here I go. And like you said, getting off to that early lead, Bran looks comfortable in this matchup already.
Yeah, and just pushing him to the corner. And I'm liking how basically the conditioning Bran is putting onto Anarchy, just keeping him semi-grounded and saying you can't play your game as much, because we all know Greninja likes to be up in the air and with their amazing aerials.
But that's how you're going to put pressure on your opponent, right? And Greninja just has a myriad of tools that are so helpful in this matchup. Those safe aerials being one of them. Another being that he's got plenty of speed and vertical movement so that he doesn't get trapped by Bowser Jr., because that's what he really loves to do, is stick you in a corner and keep you there.
Yeah, no. Okay, just coming down with an aerial right there. And I'm just waiting for one of them just to take the first stock, because we're seeing Anarchy now starting to even it up. And if Anarchy's able to take the first stock, momentum could just shift their favor so quick.
And normally you'd see stray hits take the stocks, right? If you're playing a Bowser Jr., you've got those aerials that are plenty capable of just at some point taking the stock, but Bran not able to find them just yet. And again, because of that evasiveness, Anarchy's been able to stay alive as long as he has. 2 minutes into the game now, and we're just seeing that first stock go.
Yeah, and these players just wanted to keep it up. But let's see if we can see some extra credit from Bran right now. And there we go, 25% already dealt.
I love the little weight on that too. I wonder if that like kind of pushed the Greninja into the corner a little bit more, right?
Sure. Oh, okay.
That was really risky too, because he saw Bran charging up that forward smash. That's a big old move.
Yeah. We're starting to see Anarchy get a bit desperate. They'll even it up, but like you can see the desperation, just trying to take the momentum. And if you're Bran, you got to take recognition of that and like just play a bit more defensive.
And that's exactly what we're seeing right now too. Like all these aerials that are hitting, it's not because Bran is playing offensively. Bran's actually playing pretty conservatively, spacing back with those aerials and catching some of Anarchy's drift forward.
Yeah, and Anarchy is definitely holding forward here.
Oh, but that's working out for him right now, busting through with that dash attack. It's a big combo starter for Greninja, but he got plenty of escape options playing Bowser Jr. as well.
Oh, just almost getting hit by the S-Smash, but actually the Koopa Link saving his life.
You could almost say that that's like a bit of option coverage from Bran too, right? Where it's like, okay, if you try to roll through the Mecha Koopa, I'm sitting here with my forward smash. Sour spotted that up smash connecting though, so no major hit for Anarchy. This game remains pretty even. Again, a forward air not able to do it at around that 150 mark post hit. Now Bran is stuck in the corner.
Yeah. What can Anarchy do to take the stock?
And that is the question, right? You're at 115. That means as a heavy character, you're in prime percentages for those kill confirms. It's exactly what Anarchy was looking for, and that soft spot landing there, exactly what the doctor wanted.
Yeah, and this is also the first time he has to lead this game, so just working out. Oh my God, I didn't even know he caught that.
I don't think Anarchy did either, I'm gonna be honest. It's like, well, wait a second, why did I explode?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
I thought it was about to happen again too. Right now, Bran, I mean, just needs one solid hit at the ledge, but again, that evasiveness of Greninja coming in so handy for Anarchy.
Yeah, and this is where it kind of struggles with Bowser Jr. If you know what exactly they're looking for, it gets kind of hard for this character to get the kill and finish it off.
And that is what Bran needs right now. A jab anywhere on the stage would be able to take it, but man, just not able to get that confirmed, not even off of a grab. Nothing is available, and Anarchy finally going down to the wipeout. see Bran trying to bust into center stage right there. Anarchy just building up this lead that's starting to look insurmountable.
Yeah, okay, now closing it out right there.
Wow, just the forward tilt to do it.
Yep, and that's game 1. And this is best of 5, so Bran fans, if your boy's down a game, don't be feared. He has 2 more.
Get loud for him, right?
Yeah.
This is, as we saw from the beginning of the set, this is a match that is winnable for Bran, but we did also see, right, Bran was playing with the lead for most of that game 1, but as the lead got away from him, Anarchy was using that, you know, just very hard to lock down Greninja play, right? He's a slippery frog, and not being able to get locked down, Bran just couldn't get that final hit to close out those stocks.
Yeah, so I would love to see the adaptation he implements just for this. Because he basically had the lead, but he needs to know where he lost it.
And I think part of that is, right, that I don't think that Bran is even playing things like the neutral or the disadvantage particularly badly, right? Those are places where Morton, in this case, right, the Koopalings in general, can do really, really well. But the problem was just, you know, quite simply, you saw the Greninja living to about 150, 180 very consistently in that game. You've got to find a way to close out those stocks. That is one place where the Koopalings can struggle.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we see Bran have control of this game. And in the Edgeguard 6, and I love, like, most characters, Pikachu, Greninja, they always do the check mark. Basically like the Nike logo, just to make their way back. And it ends up dodging a lot of edge guards that people like to go for.
You could say they swoosh right in.
Yeah.
And that is something that, yeah, perhaps you can take advantage of that if you're on the side of Bran, right? You've got plenty of edge guarding tools as a Koopaling, but how can you utilize those to take out the Greninja?
All right, okay, almost trying to get the up smash right there.
Ooh. Dash attack in again. Great use of that dash attack by Anarchy to just bust into the zone. A little late hit of that eject aerial though. Now all of a sudden Bran might have the opportunity to take the lead if you could just get something like a jab back there near the ledge.
Yeah, and this edge guard is still going on. Okay, and taking it right there. And again, the first stock does go to Bran. Let's see if they're able to keep the lead this time.
But that is definitely the struggle that we saw in that last game, right? That it eventually got away, even though Bran, most of the game, right, from a timer perspective, was playing with the lead or at least to even. But now it's time as that heavy character to really try to hold on to that stock. Just got to be wary of the confirms that are available, but look at the damage pile on.
Yeah, this is so scary. If you're Anarchy.
Ooh, not quite able to get the stock on that confirm again, playing a very heavy character. There were 2 cannonballs, apparently.
Yo, dual cannonballs? This is actually looking like a Mario, like Super Mario 64. Or Mario.
Well, here on that small battlefield, much like the Bob-on battlefield, you are seeing the Koopaling continue to survive. Now Anarchy having the same problem that we saw Bran having in that last game, which is just, gosh, how do I close out that stock?
Yeah, and it seems to be like a problem for like most mid-level to like high-level players. It's just closing out the stock at like relatively decent percents.
Yeah, that's I think the big thing that separates, you know, a really high-level player from, you know, a mid to high-level player who they've got a reputation, right? They're able to take some big names, but to be consistent, you gotta consistently be able to take out those stocks quickly, not waffle around. So that right there for Anarchy, hopefully a big start.
All right. And we're already seeing get a little combo string going. And another one, another up air.
Ooh, and hold on a second, man. Anarchy, early in this second stock, starting to really put on the hurt. Bran not able to find the confirms, really trying to rely on that jab in the corner. Missed an opportunity earlier, that time just whipping it entirely. But finally, speed spot forward air puts Anarchy on last stock.
Yeah, and we're starting to see Anarchy starting to call out these side Ds from the air, whether it be an up air or a fair. So already taking note. And again.
Oh, wow, amazing drift by Bran. I didn't even know that you could drift that much as a Bowser Jr. after the eject.
Yeah, no, that was like just barely.
And speaking of just barely, Anarchy barely able to send the Koopaling into the blast zone. And he will put them on the last stock, but fighting from a bit of a deficit as Bran starts to put on the hurt.
Just almost barely making it past that Edgard. That water can just push Bran back, and he could just SD, so you got to be worried of how he SDs.
Strong forward smash, though. Greninja is not a particularly heavy character, so you knew the moment that that connected, as long as that final hit came through, that was going to be the stock taken. We go to game 3 all tied up 1-1.
Yeah, this was... So, it's great that Anarchy took game 1, because now they're basically playing from a best-of-3 standpoint. So, if you're Anarchy, it's like, okay, basically you're resetting back to neutral with a bit of information that you have on Bran. So there's like nothing to worry about. And if you're Bran, it's like, okay, I'm going into this game with momentum now. So I just need to stay composed and I can just take the set.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way you got to look at it, right? Because you could also look at it the other way and say that, okay, Anarchy's got counter pick advantage, and whenever he's able to run away from me, it causes a lot of problems. But to your point, right, as long as you keep that better mindset, you can keep things going well. And look at that, we're going right back to the stage where Bran did get that game.
All right. So it definitely shows Anarchy, this was Anarchy's counter pick, so it definitely shows they're comfortable with the stage. And I don't believe the stage was anything that much of a problem. There's not a lot of too versatile stages in this game. So I agree with the stage, just running it back.
I don't even mind that, particularly from the perspective of Anarchy saying, all right, this is a best of 5, right? Like you said, basically a best of 3 ahead of us. And that game was pretty close by the end of it. And I think that Anarchy's thinking, all right, it's about the adaptations right now. I've got to find a way to turn things around. And my belief is that the #1 thing is that we just saw a few overextensions from Anarchy, and you got to respect how good the Koopalings are out of disadvantage.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Woo! Big damage right there, though, out of the Ejectocito.
Yeah. That's a dope name, actually.
I remember I was commentating with Disco a while back. He brought up the Ejectocito. I was like, I haven't thought about that in years.
I'm about to play Bowser Jr. if that's the name.
Honestly. And, I mean, hey, Bran making it look just as nice, just as effective right now, being able to take the lead. And again, playing that heavy character, Anarchy's going to have to put on another, like, 40% or so before you have access to a reliable kill confirm.
Yeah, no, definitely. And this is just, like, the great job of, like, Bowser Jr. just being heavy in this game.
Yeah, I mean, like, if he hadn't had the clown cart, oh, he'd be super light. Yeah. Obviously, the moveset would be super different, but that's one of the advantages you get to play with, right, is that you have a very safe neutral, very good disadvantage, and you're heavy so you don't die early. That is a rare combination in this game.
Yeah, many characters will fight for that.
Ooh, there is that confirm with the rage. Anarchy able to take the lead, and this is where we saw Bran struggle last time.
Yeah. So let's see if Bran can make an adaptation just to close it out. Okay, wow. Up air right there.
I did not know that move hit like that. I'm going to be honest.
And now we know.
Bran showing off all the tools right now. And, I mean, like you said, right back to dead even. Able to get out of that tech chase on the platform as well. Another thing that Greninja loves about stages like these platforms makes it really easy to set up for those tech chases.
Yeah, there's a lot of setups. And the ability, it's one of the few stages where their up smash does actually hit under the platform. So it being shorter, it just works out so conveniently for them.
Yeah, on Pokemon Stadium 2, for example, those platforms are a little bit higher, so you're never going to get that sweet spot to connect, but a little bit lower here, right? Sometimes it makes other characters' combos not work, but for Greninja, it's all too sweet.
Yeah, just the perfect amount.
It is just right. It's the Goldilocks in platforms. Right now, Bran trying to see a way to turn this around, make this game just right for him. I'd love to drift back to the ledge there, too.
Yeah, just reset the situation. If you overextend, you could have just got punished by Anarchy. And almost getting that down smash out to 2-frame.
Wow, the delay on the jabs again. It's like the weirdest boxer I've ever watched. So you give the 1-2, the wait, it's like, okay, I guess it's my time to strike, and then you get the flurry. The fork?
Yeah. Eat him up.
That may be one of the funniest moves in the game, but yeah, now I'm hungry for more.
His moveset is so hilarious. Have you seen the down tilt?
Yeah.
And again, as we were talking about earlier, the platform just being perfect for the up smash, and you see Anarchy take the stock to even it up.
Oh, and again, a very aggressive landing right there from Bran, landing right on top of the Greninja. Granted, you know, that bailout aerial actually pretty safe, all things considered. Obviously very strong, but did see a small punish from Anarchy, who's now struggling to get out of this disadvantage. This is where Bran has really been shining.
Yeah, right. We've seen Anarchy trying to push them into the corner just to get stage back, and we've seen the combo go 44%. Tech chase 50.
Classic Greninja loves those platforms, man, and Anarchy trying to make this comeback happen. Bran having a slight lead, but as long as Anarchy's able to slow the pace down a little bit, right, not fall victim to the traps just like this, there's always a fighting chance.
Yeah, and what's the edge top? Oh!
Ooh! Amazing awareness right there by Bran to pick up a couple of hits, but not enough to close it out.
All right, how can they close the situation? Nair out of shield, definitely not going to be a closer right here. And Anarchy rushing the situation. Bran didn't pick a tech option from that mid-tech.
I got so concerned right there. That tech chase might have led to an up smash. And I know that Bowser Jr. is heavy, but you got some rage on the frog and you can take a stock. And Bran, in disbelief, they think the set is over. I don't think they know it's a best of 5. Do they know it's a best of 5? Did they not know it's a best of 5? I know it says on start.gg it's a best of 5.
Yeah.
I know I heard an announcement saying it's a best of 5.
Oh.
Now Josh is walking over and telling them it's a best of 5.
Yeah, the players are sitting down.
Sit down. This is my brother. He's walking by.
Emergency.
He said emergency.
Emergency
there he
best
goes.
of 5. Can't end it like this.
And honestly, you know, for Bran, right, you feel that way, right? You feel like you got a little bit robbed on that last stock, right? Where you're like, that up air killed? What?
Yeah, it killed Bowser Jr. at 100.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I would say I got robbed. Now, if I'm Bran, I'm like, okay, I got cheese. This guy's not better than me. I can beat him. And if I'm Anarchy, I'm like, no sweat. I can just do this again.
It's funny because you have both ends of the spectrum on that mindset where on Bran's end, you can either be like, oh God, he just beat me. Like I just accepted defeat. Now I've got to get back into the fight. Or you can be like, oh, the free lifeline, right? I get to keep going. And on Anarchy's end, you can either be like that, right? Either, okay, I got this, I already won, or I thought I won. Oh, man, come on.
Let's see what we get right here. And Bowser Jr. down throw.
Yeah, can set up for some tech chases. Normally you see them go for up throws at percents where you're pretty reliably getting those tech chases, because then you can lead into things like the up airs, back airs, things to put your opponent off stage. But for reliable damage, you can't really go wrong with it.
Okay, just a bold F smash right there. Wasn't even gonna kill.
But it would have been damage, and honestly, it's a very spammable move. That thing has not a whole lot of end lag. May have a lot of active frames, but also you hit that on shield, your opponent can't do anything about it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even want to try to do anything. That move is just scary as it is.
I'm not going to use the buzzword of broken, but it is rather good.
I'm going to use broken.
One man's broken is another man's very good.
Yeah.
Oh! Amazing chase right there by Bran, knowing that down air on shield perfectly setting up for that up air. Great situational awareness, and the Koopa in shield getting him out of that bad situation.
Yeah, such amazing plays from Bran. And again, this is like they just thought they lost, and now they're just fighting. They're fighting to come back.
I think on Bran's end so far, it hasn't necessarily all been about the adaptation. It's about sticking to the things that really work and seeing how you can mix them in, right? It's like if you're a pitcher in baseball. You know what pitches you're going to be throwing. You don't try to throw a curveball if you can't throw one. And that's what Bran's thinking right now, right? Just try to mix in what will and won't work. Right there, though, Anarchy making those confirms work as usual for the Greninja to even up those stocks.
Yeah. Oh, just up throw, and I thought we were going to see a combo conversion right there.
You know, I admire the attempt.
Yeah. Hey, that was about to be something really sick.
And Downer obviously does not have a spike, but does send down before that final hit. So you can't catch somebody trying to air dodge. Maybe they think they have to tech into the stage and then cause some big problems. But big problems for Bran right now, and disadvantage. That forward air connecting at the top of the cart where you're going to do a little bit extra damage and knockback to the Koopaling, but was not enough to take the stock.
Yeah, and Anarchy just brought it all the way back. Essentially brought down a stock and a half, has basically not gotten virtually touched.
I mean, yeah, we haven't seen any momentum for Bran, who's been playing on the back foot this entire time. That's something that you shouldn't be seeing from the Koopalings, given how good the escape options from disadvantage are. But we see a lot of desperate swings out of shield, trying to hit Anarchy directly after those attacks on shield. But we talked about this earlier. Greninja's very safe when he attacks the shield.
Yeah, that down tilt, that dash attack seems so safe.
That neutral air as well, right? You've seen Anarchy. It's not just about, oh, I hit neutral air on your shield and I'm going to be safe, but Anarchy's been doing a really good job of mixing up the aerial drift afterwards as well, so that Bran can't just say, okay, nair, and then I hit you. No, you have to track which way he's going afterwards, too.
Yeah, no, definitely. And caught the second air dodge. We got ourselves an even game.
Yes, we do, Bran. Not one to say die just yet. But again, still being quite aggressive, and it's been giving Anarchy some big openings.
Yeah. This is not the turtling we saw before when the game Bran won. They're down, and they're just trying to now, like, force the situation a bit more.
Ooh, okay, no tech chase situation on that platform right there. That could have been really, really big. But nonetheless, Bran able to keep it alive.
Okay, up smash definitely not going to take it right here. 113%. And coming down with a lot more aerials. If Anarchy realizes that Bran is just pressing on every landing, it could just smell trouble.
We'll see right now. Bran has a ledge trap set up with the Mecha Koopa coming around. Barely whiffs off stage. Anarchy able to find his way back, and great slide off right there again, avoiding that tech chase.
Yeah, and the patience to wait at ledge for that F smash to be done, knowing the spacing is not going to hit them from right there.
And these two just have to play it so safe right now, because at 92%, Morton can hit hard enough to take your stock. A back air, a forward smash, those are the kinds of things you have to be concerned about as a Gren. But also for Bran, you are getting close, maybe actually be exiting those confirmed percents at this point.
Yeah. And it just looks like now maybe a stray hit for Greninja might be have the thing to take it. And that's the stray hit Anarchy needed. 3-1 their favor.